Hello guys, welcome back to another fantastic video. My name is Callum and welcome back to another fantastic video. My name is Callum and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Pokémon Go. It's episode 36 and it is an interesting episode. Right, so throughout this episode you will see quite a bit of cressilia raids. The last time you saw cressilia was in episode 9 and 10. Wow, that's a long time ago. That was literally 2019's ending and the beginning of this year's Pokemon Go episodes listings. Episode 9 and 10. If you remember back then. That's the first time you guys saw cressilia, and it was difficult to catch, if you remember. And now it's come back in its shiny form. So I'll be raiding that boy, well, that girl-ish, to try and get that shiny cressilia. Hopefully we get it in this episode. If not, we'll try and do it in the next episode when the raid days happen. Well, not a raid day, but it's legendary dinner hour next week. I don't know if it got announced in this episode. I hope it got announced in this episode because that would screw myself really if it doesn't get announced in this episode. Okay, it does get announced-ish. But you guys know that these legendary dinner hours are coming out. Yeah, it does get announced in this one as well. So legendary dinner hours coming soon. So we've got cressilia, which is starting next week. Well, for me, next week. For you guys, will be in tomorrow's episode. But for me, it's May 27th, 2019, which is technically next week for me. And same way as Slacking Community Day. So that is going to be a giant episode. So stay tuned for that one. And then June 18th as well for cressilia. So I'll put those days off. So I don't need to do that. I'll talk you through the other ones in a moment. So I'll see you guys in a minute. See you guys soon. Right, so welcome back. Welcome back, guys, to Pokemon Go. It's episode 36. So of course, in this episode, the original plan was getting shiny cressilia. I didn't really get shiny cressilia all this week. It was really upsetting. I went a whole week. We did a lot of raids. I think we did maybe 9, 10 raids altogether. I think so, yeah. We did quite a bit of cressilia raids in this episode. Whatever you find in there. It's basically what happened. So let's look at this. Legendary Return Kyogre. So of course cressilia is first. May 27th. These are the legendary dinner hours. Or external raid weeks. Sort of thing. So of course Kyogre as well. Groudon. You know what? I do not need any more Groudon. But I do need the candy. It's I don't know how much candy do I need? need a lot, because of course our shiny Groudon and our Groudon will be number 3 and 4 in episode 300. Actually, let's talk about episode 300 in this episode after we do this bit, which originally was going to be in the next episode of Pokemon Go, in the last episode of Pokemon Go, but we put it in this episode, which is Shellos. Yep, Shellos. Shellos, we just found it on the nearby. I ran to it, thing is I didn't want it yet, but we found Shellos. Let's put it in this episode, which is good that we decided to put Shellos in the episode. There we go. Come on, Shellos, stay in the ball for me. What, number 1, number 2, number 3. There we go. Shellos in the Pokédex right there. New Pokédex entry right there. Boom. There we go. So much new Pokédex entries are going to be turning up in the series, which is absolutely brilliant. We'll be filling up our Pokédex non-stop. Of course, Nidoran Mail will soon no longer be part of our buddy system. So there we are. So let's talk about while we're doing our Dark Ghost bug for Cressilia, let's talk about episode 300. Episode 300 will be maxing out some creatures. Yep, all the creatures that we normally use, like Yanamega, Gelatina Origin Form, and all of that will all be maxed out in episode 300, and including Slacking. So I've done a list of Pokemon that we want to max out. Altogether there's 50. Also there will be Gen 5 and Gen 6, 7 and 8 in there too, putting it up, but a certain few Pokemon will be level 40. So at the moment there's 50 in Wave 1. Can't tell you how many there will be in Wave 2. But in episode 300 we're only doing Wave 1 creatures, which is from Charizard down to, well, Gen 1 to Gen 4. And which is just from Charizard down to like Gelatina. Arceus is not in one of the raves, as I don't really need it. We got Scizor right there, which actually will be one of the raves. We got Q-Slasher there, Yanamega. I've been using Yanamega quite a bit. You got Gelatina as well. Of course, Gengar's also in there. Pinsir, Heracross when we get one in the summer. Well, Heracross, which I'll be bringing back from Florida. So, yeah. Charizard there as well. Well, I've said that will be part of it. We're putting in some good moves going on. There we go. Getting some moves in there. So that will help max some of our creatures. There we go. Our very first Cressilia raid at Brewery Tap. Brewery Tap is one of the most leading raids. I mean, everyone gets a shiny here, because of course this gym seems to be pretty good for shinies. So we're going to go in with our Gelatina first up, then our Gengar, then our Pinsir, then our Yanamega, then our Scizor, then Cool Slash. I would have gone in with Heracross, but I don't have one instead of Yanamega, but Yanamega can put some damage in there, as you probably can tell. Well then, I leave you with these cressilia raids and see if we got that elusive, brand new shiny Pokemon. See you guys soon.
Now it's just like, man, you got to have that time where you just like disconnect from the scene, just the race, like, and it's a race that I've created in my head, you know, but you have to step away from it.
I think I should talk about more about episode 300 while we're doing this cressilia raid at the regional fitness club. To be honest, this raid here will grant us an EX raid pass. as a little heads up. But yeah, let's talk about more of episode 300. I always want to do this. Ever since I'll be storing up candy before episode 300. So what will be happening in the next lot? Of course, in April 2020, which by the time you're watching this, I'll be already starting doing it all for you guys. Will be new Pokédex entries, which are the ones that we'll be missing at the start. Then the candy that I'll be storing will be going into some of these legendaries that I have got, and T-Tar and all of that. So in Rave 1, oh, there's a Mewtwo there. Actually, Mewtwo is one of those ones that I want to max out as well. Funny enough, I'm not using Mewtwo because I actually don't have one. Yeah, Mewtwo is actually one of the in the CP listing that when we max it out to level 40, Mewtwo will be number 2 after slacking. But at the moment, as it stands, my Groudon Shiny will be number 2 after slacking if I don't get Mewtwo. But at this point, I'm hoping that Mewtwo exists. Mewtwo should come back sometime summer 2020 or summer 2019. I don't know when Mewtwo will be out, but when Mewtwo comes out, I will get one, and then that one will be the one that will be maxed out fully, and it'll be number 2, and then my Groudons will be number 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6 will be my Kyogres, I think. Yep, my Kyogres will be 5 and 6. So yeah, I'm happy that Rayquaza will be number 9. But 50 creatures that need to be maxed out. That's a lot of Stardust. I've been working on it all this time, collecting enough Stardust for the evolutions, and also catching these Swablues as well, because Altaria will be one of the 50 that will be maxed out as well. So episode 300 is one of those episodes you do not want to miss when it happens. Telling you now, it will take a while to get there, because we're only on episode 36 right now. But I can tell you, from my calculations, episode 300 will be, well, sometime 2025. I mean, it's from my calculations, it'll be sometime in 2025. That episode 300. Oh no, 2026. Sorry, but it will be episode 2025 that it will start up. Right, so Adventure Week. Now let's talk about that. Adventure Week, we've got Pokemon like Larvitar and Shieldon and Onix and Granados. So, also Rhyhorn. So, of course, we got Rhyhorn, we need Rhyperior. Also, we need a lot of Rhyhorn candy because Rhyperior is also a Pokemon that will be in episode 300 that will be maxed out. And Rhyperior will be in number 12 at the moment of Pokemon that I do have, underneath Ho-Ho, and then on top of Dragonite there at number 12. It's not one of the top 6, but it's number 12. So we're going to go in on this Burmy right here, which is a change to Cressilia, but still pretty good Pokemon, as there's a new Pokédex entry. Right then, so more about episode 300. Yes, most of these episodes will be talking about this fantastic episode. It's going to be a while. Oh, there we go. This is when it'll be out. So we'll be doing episode 300 by the 2024. Yes, I mean, we ain't got long for that, but you won't see that episode until 2026. Sorry guys, I mean, it's not bad, but I've got a lot of time to work out what I need. But 2024, but you won't see that by 2026, so that is wave 1 right there. So you don't buy the point of that. From that perspective, by 2026, when you guys see that, it's been 2 years since I maxed all of my creatures out. So, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Well, cool, but you do not want to miss that episode. But yes, it will take till 2026 for you guys to finally watch me max out all my creatures. But if you look at my Twitter, of course, I will announce of that eventually. But yeah, right, check out my website as well, because of course I will put thumbnails for that as well of all these advanced videos. Also, please go down to my Patreon. It's in the description below. And yeah, it's been actually in the description of all of these videos all this time. Actually from April-ish, from the beginning, or halfway through actually, so it should be in the description at this point, my Patreon, so check that out. And yeah, now that is the raid pass for in 2 weeks. So of course we'll be doing this raid for the defense from the Oxys. It's going to be really tight for that. Also, what else is tight is completing our Pokédex right now. Oh, I don't know. I mean, we've only got 3 Pokemon that we still need to try and find. In the Adventure Week, Onyx will become shiny. Of course, shiny Geodude as well, but Golem will be one of those that need to be maxed out in episode 100, or 300, sorry. And Golem sits, I don't know where Golem sits. I mean, oh, Golem only sits at 34, well, 33. So it's not bad, but it is actually pretty good ground walk type. It's actually pretty usable. Tyranitar, of course, it's on really top there. It's one of those that will be putting in for episode 300. So anyway, I will let you look at all of this, and I will see you guys in the next episode of the videos. See you guys soon. Goodbye.